Welcome to all learners in the second phase of virtualization certification program. In the first phase, if I talk about lecture number 8 and 9, you can check there. We just installed ESXI 6.7 and just confirm that installation completed successfully. Right now, we have the same virtual machine ESXI 6.7 and we are going for customization process. Here you can see that on the downside, if you want to customize directly, you have limited number of options available. When you pressed F2 and then entered inside, there are a number of menus available, but they are limited. So you can customize from here. And the second option available here, if you want to restart or shut down your virtual guest ESXI 6.7 or any host machine related to the virtualization. So let's get into the customization process. Just press F2. I pressed over here. Here you can see that asking for the root password. Definitely from here you can configure number of options. So that's why for security reasons it's recommended that before going towards any deployment side you have to be asked for the password. Otherwise, anyone, those who have physical access into the data center, they can just press the F2 and change a number of configuration related to the infrastructure. So that's why here we need to put the password which we configure during the installation. So here I just click, and again when here you can see that we have number of menus here. We have number of menus. Configure the password. If you want to change the password, here you can see that configure password. You can reset your password from here and configure management network, restart management network, test the management network. So there are limited number of options, and you can see here another option is available, view system logs. So during the installation, if any kind of error occurs, so you can see from here. So here we have limited number of options related to the customization. So we just click on the downside. Let me go with the, here you can see that configure network management. Right now I get the address 192.168.0.103. If I want to configure it manually, I can change from here. I just click over here. Here you can see that there are number of options. IPv4 configuration. So definitely if you want to configure IPv4 as per your own requirement, because in the industry, here is the tip, in the industry when you are going to configure your any virtualization servers, so they must be configured with the static IP address, because if you rely on the DHCP server, so whenever your machine is restarted, the address will be automatically changed. So that's why it's recommended according to the industry standards that these host IP addresses must be configured statically. So here you can see that I can change the IP address, but right now we are in the demo session, so we don't need. But still, if you want to change any address, here you can see that I just press the space bar. Here option will be changed. Previously here, if I select this option, used dynamic IPv4 address and network configuration. So if I go for the manual, then I need to configure sorry, here you can see that. So now here, if I want to change the address, I can change from here, or if I want to change the subnet mask or default gateway or any other things, I can done number of things from here. So after that, I just want to enter and the configuration will be saved. And here you can see that my address is changed from 103 to 101. So if I want to change other important aspects, I can also change the subnet mask and default gateway and further configurations from here. And now IPv6 you can change from here, and DNS configuration, as you know that DNS is also playing an important role in the infrastructure side. So if you have a number of DNS configured, you can implement their IP addresses over here. So there are limited number of options where you can configure IP services. On the above side, we have also the VLAN, which is optional, but still if you want to isolate your own ESXi servers or virtualization servers, you can also configure your VLAN configuration from here. So here we just configure few parameters related to the IP configuration, but right now if you want to configure in detail, if you want to customize more option, we need a specific friendly user interface from where we can easily configure all the other options related to the virtual machines, deployment, customization, and all other aspects. So let's move further and know how can we configure further deployment options for ESXi 6.7 and vCenter servers.